Hey there, IT Samurai Teachers here. Welcome back to another video where we dive deep into Azure Network Services. In the last video, we covered Azure's Network Foundation services, but today we are moving on to Hybrid Connectivity services. These services are essential when you need to connect your on-premises environment with the cloud or between different Azure regions. In this video, I'll break you down each service, give you real-world examples of how they are used, and let you know whether they are free or paid. Here's what we'll be covering today: communication gateways, connections, ExpressRoute circuits, ExpressRoute traffic collectors, local network gateways, mobile networks, peering services, peerings, virtual network gateways, virtual WANs. So let's jump right in. First up, communication gateways. These gateways allows you to establish communication channels between different networks, which can include on-premises environments, Azure regions, or even across different clouds. Real-world example: imagine you are running an e-commerce business with the services spread across different Azure regions. For redundancy, you can use communication gateways to ensure smooth and secure communication between these regions. Pricing: this service is typically part of a larger communication setups and it's a paid service. The cost varies depending on the data transferred and the gateway usage. Connections. Connections are the links that bind different networking components together, allowing communication between different virtual networks or between on-premises environment and Azure resources. Real-world example: say you have a legacy application running on-premises but need it to connect to a database hosted in Azure. A connection between the two environments ensures seamless communication. So pricing: connections are free to configure, but depending on the resources being connected, like VPN, gateways, or ExpressRoute, there may be other associated costs. ExpressRoute circuits. ExpressRoute circuits are used for establishing a private connection between your on-premises infrastructure and Azure data centers. This is more secure, reliable, and faster alternative to using the public internet. Real-world example: for large enterprises with mission-critical workloads, using the public internet can introduce latency and security concerns. ExpressRoute circuits provide a dedicated private connection to ensure data transfer is faster and secure. Pricing: this is a paid service. Pricing depends on the bandwidth and the region, and you also need to factor in costs from your service provider too. So it depends, right? So this is a paid service. Pricing depends on the bandwidth and the region, and also something it's going to be cost from the service provider. Next, ExpressRoute traffic collectors. ExpressRoute traffic collectors monitor the traffic following through your Express circuits, allowing you to analyze and manage network traffic between your on-premises environment and Azure. Real-world example: in a large-scale setup with multiple services communicating between on-premises and Azure, ExpressRoute traffic collectors can help you understand the traffic patterns, optimize performance, and ensure you are not exceeding the bandwidth limits. Pricing: this is a paid service, with pricing based on the volume of data being monitored. Local network gateways. Local network gateways, let us see some more, right? So local network gateways represent the on-premises VPN devices that connect to Azure through site-to-site VPNs. It essentially acts as a on-premises endpoints in a VPN connection. Real world example. Imagine you are setting up a site-to-site VPN from your corporate network to Azure. The local network gateway is the configuration that specifies your on-premises VPN appliance's IP address and other related settings. Pricing. This is typically a free service, but the VPN gateways and the data transfer costs are paid. Somehow it's going to be a cost somewhere. Next, let's go to mobile networks. Azure Mobile Networks allows you to create, deploy, and manage private mobile networks. These are particularly useful for industries requiring mobile connectivity, such as manufacturing or logistics, where devices need to communicate over private cellular networks. Real-world example. A logistic company might use mobile networks to ensure their IoT-enabled trucks and devices are connected through a private 5G network, allowing for real-time monitoring and control. Pricing. This is a paid service and the cost depend on the size of the mobile network and the data being transferred. Peering services. So peering services in Azure provide a low latency, high available network connection by utilizing Microsoft Global Network. It's an idea for business needing a reliable connection between their on-premise data centers and Azure resources. Real-world example for peering services. Suppose your business has a presence in multiple cities and you want to ensure data replication between your on-premises infrastructure and Azure services is fast and reliable. Peering services help you establish these connections using Microsoft Global Backbone Network. Pricing. Peering services are paid and are based on bandwidth used for traffic peering. Okay, we have another one called peerings under hybrid connectivity. So peering refers to the ability to connect. Let me see more of that. Right. So peering refers to the ability to connect different Azure virtual networks to each other. Even across different regions, peering makes it easy to connect resources without needing complex routing configurations. Let's say you have application running in a different Azure regions but want them to communicate securely. Peering allows you to connect the virtual networks without exposing them to the public internet. Pricing. Peering is generally free, but data transfer between different regions or across peered networks incur charges. Virtual network gateways. Virtual network gateways are used to send encrypted traffic between Azure virtual networks and on your on-premises networks between different Azure regions. This can be done through VPN or ExpressRoute gateways. Real-world example. If you have a hybrid setup with the resources on-premises and Azure, virtual network gateways help establish a secure VPN connections to allow communication between your networks. Pricing. Virtual network gateways are paid service with cost depending on the type of gateway, VPN or ExpressRoute, and the amount of traffic. Okay, finally, we have another service under hybrid connectivity in Azure called virtual WANs. So Virtual WANs simplify networking by providing a global scale architecture for connecting your branches, on-premises infrastructure, and cloud-based workloads. It offers centralized management for all your network connections, including VPN, ExpressRoute, and peering. Let me give you a real-world example for this. A global enterprise with offices in different regions can use virtual WANs to manage site-to-site VPNs, ExpressRoute, and Azure connections, all from a central location, ensuring efficient and secure communications. Now, virtual WANs pricing, so this is a paid service, and pricing depend on the number of branches or regions connected and the amount of data transferred. That's it. Today we covered hybrid connectivity services available on in Azure, which are critical when you need to securely and efficiently connect your on-premises infrastructure to the cloud between different Azure regions. I hope this video helped you understand the basic of these services and how they can be applied to real-world scenarios. If you found this useful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more in-depth tutorials on Azure services. Thanks for watching, and always drop your questions or thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be happy to help. Stay connected and keep building amazing solutions. Thank you.